Hey budget gardeners, Vita Loca here. Join me today as I show you how to collect the seeds from a betony plant. So let's go. Betony, also known as stachys, is a perennial here where I live in New Hampshire Zone 5B. And the variety that we're going to pick the seeds from is known as Hummelo. However, this video will apply to any betony plant that you might have. I like to collect my seeds after the flower is done blossoming and after the seed pods have turned a brown color. And when it comes to starting these seeds, I'll be starting them using the winter sowing process because the seeds do require a cold stratification period. And also, the seeds require light to germinate. So if you are going to start these type of seeds, just make sure you're starting the seeds where you're pressing them just barely into the soil surface. A couple of fun facts. The plants need full sun to grow. They attract all sorts of pollinators, including the bees. And did you know that it also has some medicinal purposes to it? So it's a great plant to add to your garden. So let's go ahead and let's collect some seeds from the plants that I have in my backyard. The plant has a very interesting leaf structure to it. And I left the seed pods on here because I knew I wanted to collect the seeds. And all we're going to do is we're just going to pick the seed pod off just like this. And I'm going to be careful because I don't want the seeds to release out on the ground here. And here's another seed pod. We're going to go ahead and collect this one and a few more. Many of the seeds might have been released from these seed pods, but let's see how many seeds we can get out of here. So all I'm going to do is just gently massage the seed pod with my fingers to release the seeds. And one seed has been released, and I'm just going to do that to all of these seed pods. And even if we get a few, each seed will produce a plant. We have a few more over here. Now, even if the seed pod is wet or the seeds are wet, you always want to make sure that you're storing your seeds dry. And I will be letting these seeds dry for about a week before I store them in this Ziploc bag. I like to store my seeds in small Ziploc bags and I label them with the name of the plant. So I have Stachys betony, Hummelo, and 2024. And I want to show you, I'm also tapping it just like this. And that does help release the seeds. If the seeds are a green color, that means they're not viable. You want to wait until the seeds are a brown color. And what you're looking at on the screen is a close-up shot at what the seed pods look like as well as the seeds. Perennials are very expensive, so if you can collect the seeds from perennials and start them that way, you can save so much money. And I have at least 20 seeds here. That's 20 plants. So if you don't have this plant, maybe someone else does, and you can ask them if you can collect the seeds from their garden. Or perhaps there's a local park somewhere that has this plant there and the plant has gone to seed. You can always collect the seeds from there. Just always make sure you're getting permission wherever you're collecting your seeds from. And a perennial might take 1 or 2 years before it goes from seed to bloom. So be patient with your plant. If you have any questions or comments, I'd love to hear from you. And until the next video, make it a great day with gardening.